Yeah, you know what I need right now is more caffeine. Okay, see, I am overstimulated in the best way possible right now because I knew I was expecting the new Sabrina album to come out today and I'm excited about that. But then I checked my phone at work and I found out that DYMOCKS has posted the reading prompts for the rest of the year into the members only chat. And now I get to choose my books. and then I decided, while we're on a roll, let's just get an early access pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. And I had it after work and now I'm vibrating. I have put all of the prompts from the reading challenge over the rest of the year into this, which I have decorated with all of the stickers I have earned from previous book reading challenges this year. And they're all in here. It's my little knockoff Kmart version Stanley, which I think is appropriate because I am one of the girls. I am exactly like one of the girls. So slow down your sentences. Oh my god. So let's get this party started. I'm not gonna look. Which one is it? I have some ideas because I saw the list earlier today and I couldn't help but start brainstorming. But let's see which one I pull first. Okay. Don't show me. You read it first. Can you read that? Page to screen. Okay. Exciting. Very exciting. All right. Calm down.
Calm down, calm down.
Brennan!
So for the prompt page to screen, I'm just going to go through the bookshelf and see what I have to choose from, and then I'll make a decision. Okay, I have some books over there too. Hang on. Page to screen, page to screen. This is all the page to screen books that I've got. So let's go through it, shall we? Oh, there are a few from this pile that I definitely am not going to do. So I'll put those aside first. Okay, out of this category, I have Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Casino Royale by Ian Fleming, A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings by Charles Dickens, The Thursday Murder Club, and lastly, which was a library borrow, is The Sandman. And I'll tell you why I got this from the library. Over the past few months, I started another summer reading challenge. It's Australia, it's winter here, but I started the Every Girl's Summer Reading Challenge Bingo, and I'll put the image of it here. And in order to get like a double bingo, there was one spot remaining, and that was a book that you borrowed out from your library. And I wanted something short, and I've had this on my mind for a long time because there's an adaptation that I wanted to check out, and also it's short. Did I mention it's short? So it wouldn't take up too much reading time, so I could, you know, hit all of my reading goals. Once in a while, a graphic novel is good for you, I think. Now, I'm aware of the discourse around Neil Gaiman. For all intents and purposes, I'm not removing the writer from the work, but I am just taking it with a pinch of salt. It has been a couple of years going now where I've tried to read a Gaiman book alongside a Pratchett book ever since I read Good Omens. And I guess we'll just see. If my feelings change, my feelings change. But for now, I feel like this is a library book, so no money's going to Neil Gaiman. I feel like I can read this with a clear conscience. So with that being said, my first choice for page to screen adaptation is The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. To keep things organized, I am going to put the books back on the shelf now. This is fun. I'm gonna take a sip. Let's get the next prompt. The next prompt that we are choosing is, can you read that? I cannot read that. No, yes, you can see that. Award-winning. Award-winning, award-winning, award-winning. I'm not going to count shortlisted as award-winning. I feel like I have an award winner on here already, somewhere. Winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Ooh, but we'll put it aside for now and we'll discuss it later. This is award-winning, okay? This is award-winning. This is an award-winning author. Did it actually win an award though? It won some awards, some Audi. For the award-winning category, we have The Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie. God, that is intimidating. Put you aside. The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I'm looking forward to getting into this eventually, but not just yet. The stars are not in position for this. Sacrifice.
Stars! Can't do it. Not today.
Winner of the Hugo, Nebula and Philip K. Dick Awards. We have Neuromancer by William Gibson. We have March by Geraldine Brooks, which is a retelling of Little Women from the perspective of the dad, if I recall correctly. Yes. Winner of the Pulitzer Prize fiction, pretty hard to ignore. I will have to do a little bit more in-depth research in order to figure this one out. And then we have a pretty strong contender in Foreign Soil by Maxine Beneba Clark, who is a creative non-fiction writer who just has winner plastered all over this page of the Victorian Premier's Unpublished Manuscript Award, the Best Young Novelist, the SMH Best Young Novelist, Indie Award Best Debut Fiction, ABA Award Literacy Fiction of the... Oh my god, this is just so many. It has come on and off my list, and you know what? It doesn't look like too much. I think I'm gonna do it. So for the award-winning prompt, I'm going to go with Foreign Soil by Maxine Beneba Clark. For anyone curious about how I organize my books, it's not just by vibes. I do it by the author's last name. I think I'm changing my answer, lads. I think I'm gonna go with The Neuromancer by William Gibson. It's been on my bookshelf for years, literal years. And spring, around that Halloween month, it feels like the perfect science fiction fantasy reading mood. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this instead. Sorry, Maxine. Fun fact, this actually was a strong influence on the movie The Matrix. And it kind of is where the whole cyberpunk aesthetic sort of originated from. So that's pretty exciting to me. Okay, again. Okay. This time we've got something upside down. Spring Clean, which I believe means that I have to choose something that has been on my shelf for a long time. And now I don't just have fiction, I have non-fiction shelves here. So I'm gonna see if there's anything over there that I've put off for a long time. Well, it has dust on it, so obviously it's been there a long time. I have On Writing by Stephen King, which I feel like can only be helpful in my current endeavor. So there's no competition for this one. I'm gonna choose On Writing by Stephen King. This is literally so fun. And if you're wondering why I don't do this every month, it's because, you know, once I've chosen these, I'm gonna have my next, like, I'm gonna have 8 books for the rest of the year. And then I kind of like to try to have some free choice with the rest of my selection. I try to read like 1 book a month. So we're looking at like 2 or 3 books from this pile for the rest of the months of the year. There's 9 books and 4 months. So 2, 2, 3. And that usually leaves me enough space for 1 non-fiction and 1 fiction choice. So I try to give myself that little bit of wiggle room, just to like choose how I feel. Do you think I overplan and overanalyze this reading thing, this hobby that I've gotten into? Here we go. Branching out, which is about reading outside of my comfort zone. And I'll tell you what is outside of my comfort zone now is mystery and murder. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to choose for this. I'm going to read The Thursday Murder Club. But also this is to fulfill the Every Girl Reading Challenge prompt of a cozy mystery, which I've never read before. And I didn't think that I would ever pick this book up, but you know what? The movie trailer looks pretty good. So if I can get this read this month, then I can choose to watch that movie on one of the movie nights with me and my friends. So yeah, that makes that easy. Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. Mamma mia, here we go again. And it's Golden Days. So this is a prompt that I find kind of ambiguous. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by golden days. I'm gonna assume it's to do with nostalgia? Golden days. What is nostalgic for me? I could go back to a nostalgic genre. Or maybe, could mean a reread as well. I think I'm gonna have to come back to this one, but for all intents and purposes, I think I will choose City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. When I read the first installment of this, it really took me back to my early days of reading, not supernatural fiction, I wasn't allowed to read that. Twilight was off the list officially. Harry Potter, no. But like, it reminded me of the voice of a teenager. Just reading YA is what I'm trying to say. YA is nostalgia. It reminds me of being in high school. And yeah, I might just do this, which would be good. A good choice for October, actually. So I think I'll do that. My choice for the prompt Golden Days is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. Bless you. Bless me again. Long story short. What does that mean? What do you mean? Long story short. Could mean short stories? Do I have short stories? I have short stories. I have short stories. Thank you to my friend Chuck for getting me this last Christmas. The sequel to Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I read the first installment. It was, I want to say it was fine. It was just a tiny bit overhyped for my taste. Controversial take. But yeah, that's just my feelings. But maybe I'll like the sequel. And it is short, which is what we're aiming for, I think. Yeah, I will choose Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe. Next prompt. Gothic Ruins. What Gothic novels do I have? Gee, whatever Gothic novels could I possibly have? What? No, seriously, what Gothic novels do I have? Oh. Interview with the Vampire, which will coincidentally be good research for the book that I'm writing. Yeah, happy I picked this up now at the Bookfest. It's a used vintage copy, but I really like the cover of it. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, we're getting low now. read Australian. I'll pull out all of the Australian authors that I've got and then we'll choose from that pile. These are all the Australian books that I have. We have Swallow the Air by Tara June Winch, who is an Indigenous Australian author. I would like to save this for July when it's NAIDOC week though, so we'll put that aside for now. The Inland Sea by Madeline Watts, which my friend Adrian is itching for me to read eventually. Will I give in now? It is small. Bookmarked. We have Honeybee by Craig Silvey. I feel like this would just be a good one for June for Pride because it is a queer story and it's kind of big. So put that aside for now. It feels like it could go better in June. I picked this up before. Bookmarked. All Our Shimmering Skies by Trent Dalton. You don't get much Australian historical fiction. Historical fiction that sounds interesting. Don't judge me, it's just my feelings. But look at that cover. I do like that cover. Okay. I'm not feeling a pull towards it, so I'll put it aside for now. We have The Bookbinder of Jericho. Maybe. I read the Dictionary of Lost Words last year? Yes, last year. And I really enjoyed it. And we also have The Seven Skins of Esther Wilding. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. I'm not usually someone who chooses a book simply because it's small, but I am approaching the end of the year and approaching the second half of the Throne of Glass series, which is proving to be, how do I put this? Honking big. Can stop a bullet at 30 paces big. So something lighter might be good. All right, Adrian, you win this time. I'm going to read The Inland Sea. We have one more book prompt to read, and that is 'Tis the Season. How nice is that? Right at the very end. There's only two possibilities that come to mind. We have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and then we have, ooh, okay. Well, that just narrows it down. I was going to choose The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. However, it is listed as book 2 in this series, not book 1, and I haven't read The Magician's Nephew. So, I guess I'm reading A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Okay. This is my TBR for the rest of the year. On it, we have, I'm going to put this down because it's going to fall out. So we've got The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. We've got The Neuromancer by William Gibson. We've got On Writing by Stephen King. We've got The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. We've got City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. We've got Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. It's a feat pronouncing that. We have The Inland Sea by Madeline Watts. We have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And we've got Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. Now, which books am I going to read for August? I think you're going to have to watch the next video to find out. So until next time, this reading challenge is free and available to the public. I'll leave the website link below. I would love to know, if you're doing this challenge, what your book choices were. That should keep me going for about 4 months. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I hope you're doing well, and we'll see you next time. Bye.